Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy V. Yeah, I can't remember what we were doing in the last episode. I think I need to resume my game. Or load game. Okay, time age. What's the time? 15:15 or 15:12? No, looks like I'll load this game. Where am I? Oh, yes. What's up with this town, anyway? It's the town of Moore. More money, more problems. The town of Moore. You know what? I think I'm gonna go grind a bit. So why not? Because I need money for Zenigame. I just gotta figure out how to get out of here. Okay. Where is the castle of Ball? Can I even get back there? Let's see here. Doesn't look like I can get back there. Unless I go in this cave. Gill Cave. Never went here. What's in here? Let's explore it. Shoot! I'm out of gold! Gil, I mean. Oh, Earth heals them. That's good to know. Okay, there we go. Oh, gotta heal up now. Hard potion. Left or right? That leads out. Does this lead to treasure? Gil, as it was so called in this cave here? Okay, this leads nowhere. Okay. Come on, run, run, Rudolph. Santa's on the road behind. Santa's gotta make it to town. It's 2 weeks after Christmas and I'm singing Christmas songs. Not right, not right. Okay, now can we get back to the Castle of Balls? Is Bell Castle even the right castle? That's what I'm not sure of. Escaped. Okay, this is that village. Okay, this is not the castle I want to be at. This is the Castle of Ball, but... Oh wait, this is the castle I want to be at. Let's go down here. Let's see, let's change ability of Ferris to Blue Magic. Ability of Lena to Blue Magic. And that's about 80 points, I'd say. Let's just use a cottage here. And let's save the game. Okay, the reason I'm doing this is I need more money for Gil. I need more Gil for Zenigame. And also, why not do a little bit more grinding? I don't know. Not worried about stealing twin lenses anymore, so this should go a little bit faster than my previous grindings. Come on, give me a fiver. There we go, there we go. Ouch. Okay, so while we're just sitting here grinding, let's talk about something. Let me think something cool to talk about. Let's see, what have I been watching lately? I've been watching Boardwalk Empire and Sliders. Those are my two daytime shows. I watch sitcoms at night after about 5 or 6 o'clock. I watch Married with Children, King of the Hill, and Family Guy. But during the day and in the morning I watch Sliders. After I'm done playing video games, watch an episode or two of Sliders. And if you don't know what Sliders is, it's a show from the early 90s. And it's a show about a scientist kid, Quinn Mallory. He builds this machine in his basement, this sliding machine that will take you to parallel dimensions. And then he shows his college professor, Arturo, it, and Arturo is impressed by it, and he shows his girlfriend. Well, it's not really his girlfriend, but his friend that's a girl. His best friend is a girl, and her name is Wade, and he shows her too. And so they all decide that they're going to take a trip with this sliding machine to a parallel universe just to see what it's like. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. And so they open up the portal. The portal, he opens it up way too big. They all jump in, and the portal kind of expands and leaves the basement and goes out to the street where Rembrandt Brown, the Pride Man, an African-American singer, is driving his Cadillac. He's going to do the national anthem at the World Series or some shit. And so, but he gets trapped in the vortex too, so him and his car go through the portal. So they all get transported to a parallel universe, and the universe that they end up at is where the Earth is frozen over. It's like an ice age in San Francisco, which is where the show is based, and which is where they always end up, and they're always in a parallel San Francisco because it's not a different planet, same planet, different dimension. So they end up on this cold planet, and they're supposed to stay there for 5 hours until the timer resets and they can travel back home to their home dimension. Well, they decide that it's too cold and there's like hurricane winds coming and shit, all this like Arctic craziness is coming, and they're just thinking that they're not going to survive it and they need to get the fuck out of there. And like Rembrandt's like, hey, cue ball, get us out of here, what do you think you're doing, man? And all this. And so they use the sliding machine to open up another portal, but this takes them to not their home, but another different dimension. A dimension where like the Russians are in charge of America. Like America lost the Cold War and now Russians are in charge or some shit. Anyway, so they realize that there's no way for them to get back home except to obey the sliding machine and keep traveling to random worlds, which is ridiculous because there's like millions and millions. There could be an infinite number of multiple dimensions, alternate dimensions, and they're just randomly spinning the roulette wheel. 0.0000000000001% chance. 0.0000001 some shit, like a shitload of zeros, like 50 zeros in there, and but they keep doing it. They keep sliding and hoping that the next slide will be the slide home. Kind of like Quantum Leap in a way. I've also been watching Boardwalk Empire, which is a show about Prohibition in the 20s and the gangsters that took advantage of it and made a shitload of money off of it. I love it. It's probably one of my favorite shows ever now, because this is the third time I'm rewatching it. I think I watched it while it aired, and I watched till about season 2 or 3, I think. Spoiler alert: when Jimmy Darmody dies, I was kind of upset because he's my favorite character, so I stopped watching it then. But then years later, I decided to rewatch the entire series, and I did, and I loved it. And even though Jimmy dies, there's still a shitload of great characters. There's so many good characters on that show. It's ridiculous. And it's all about prohibition and how alcohol was made illegal. I mean, this is real. It's based on real life, and it's based on real people, like Nucky Thompson. There was a real guy named Nucky Thompson or something like that, or Nucky Jackson or something like that. And he really was a crime boss in the 20s. Okay, Kryle's getting close to mastering, but gaining a job level of monk. I wonder what ability she will get. It's a mystery to me. It's a mystery. Bring me back to life. Bring me back to life. Browse job gained ability. 20% HP. Wake me up inside is what I was meaning to say. Level 5 death. Prepare for death. Level 5. Level 5, show me you're alive. How much money do I have now? That's the real question. Because, I mean, and I'm also grinding because I got to that point, I got to that boss, and I could not beat it without cheaping out and using Zenigame. Changing Galuf into a fucking samurai so I could have 2 Zenigame years. And, that was just like the cheapest thing I had to do. And I want my characters to be stronger than that. I don't want to have to rely on Zenigame every battle. Even though that's my plan. And that's why I'm grinding to get all this gil, so I can do Zenigame every boss battle. I'm a little cheapy, scaredy cat, and I don't know how to play a game without using the cheapest strategies. I don't know. Level 5, yeah. I was also thinking about rewatching Game of Thrones. My history with Game of Thrones is this. When it first came out, and it wasn't... I mean, it was big at first, but it wasn't massively successful like it is today. Like, young people watched it. I'm talking out of my ass. I don't know who watched it. I'm gonna say that I was one of the first people to get into it, and I liked it a lot. I got all my family into it, got my mom to watch it, my cousins were watching it, and I loved it. I thought it was the best show ever made, and I don't disagree. Like, the first 4 seasons are really good. And I watched it as it aired, and then I skipped season 6, I think. So around I can't remember when, but I decided to rewatch the whole series, so I started over and I caught up to season 6. But then I never watched season 7 because I was disappointed that George R. R. Martin isn't publishing his books anymore. The Winds of Winter, which is the 6th book in the series, hasn't... I mean, the last book that came out was A Dance with Dragons, and that came out, like, after season 2 of Game of Thrones aired, I think? Or after season 1, I can't remember. So it's been, like, 5 or 6 years, and this next book is not coming. There's no sign that it's coming. There's no release date. There's no nothing. And so, in my mind, if there's no book, how can they continue the show if there's no book to continue to be based on, you know? So the people that created the show are doing their own thing. They're not following what George R. R. Martin has planned because they sped through books 4 and 5 way too fast. They made like 1 season out of it, 1 or 2 seasons out of 2 full books that should have rightfully been 3 seasons. And then now they don't have anywhere to go but make up their own shit. And so that's the reason why I don't like Game of Thrones anymore. But I'm thinking recently that I'm going to rewatch it. And I'm going to watch season 7, and then I'm going to finish it and watch the last season when it comes out. Just because it seems like the books are never going to come out. So there's no other Bart's travel ability lance acquired. What does that do? There's no other way for me to find out what happens to all these characters. So I have no choice but to accept. Okay, so that's like... It's like Ray's ability. Or not Ray's, Freya's ability. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to have Bart's the samurai again. So yeah, Game of Thrones. I love the books, I devoured them. When the next book finally does come out, I'm rereading all the books because I need to get the taste of the show out of my mouth. Because so many things are different. Like, Stannis dies on the show, that's another reason why I stopped watching, because I was always backing Stannis. I was always hoping that he would somehow, like, win the throne. I was rooting for him because he's a Baratheon, and I know that the Targaryens, you know, they were the originals and they have the strongest claim to the throne, but I liked Robert Baratheon a lot. Thought he was an awesome character. I'm not mad that he died because he had to die for the show to continue. I don't know what would have happened if he stayed alive. The show would have been boring. I don't know. I think I'm gonna quit after this battle here and call it an episode. I think I've done rambling about all these shows. Oh yeah, the thing about Game of Thrones is I'm not gonna do the rewatch right now. I'm just gonna focus on Boardwalk Empire and Sliders. I started watching episode 1 of Game of Thrones, and I feel like it's a summer show for me. It's a show that I feel like I have to watch in the summertime because that's when it aired, and that's when I remember watching it. And all my memories of watching the show are during the summer, so it just feels wrong to watch it right now when it's like snowing out and shit. I think I would enjoy it more if it was. Does that make sense? I think I would like it better if it was summertime, and that's why I'm waiting until the summer to do my full rewatch. By that time, the whole series will be out, and anyway, that's Game of Thrones Nuts grinding episode for you, baby. And the next episode, probably, well, let's see how much Zenny we have, or guild we have. Okay, not. I like about twice that much, so that's going to be it for this episode. In the next one, we're going to be doing some more grinding. Thanks a lot for watching, and have a great day.